What if the quiet cry of your soul, the one you never dared speak aloud, is the very sound that shakes the throne of heaven and awakens angels into motion? Beloved child of eternity, yes, before another doubt speaks, before another fear creeps in, let me whisper something eternal into your soul. Even the softest echo of your faith carries enough divine weight to split seas, shift atmospheres, and make demons tremble. The world may call it weakness, but heaven calls it a war cry. In the quiet corners of your life, where no one sees your struggle, I see everything. I see the nights where you clench your fists to hold back tears, where you whisper prayers into pillows soaked with questions, wondering if I'm still listening. Oh, I am listening, child. I am closer than your next breath, attentive to the flutter of your spirit like a mother to her newborn's heartbeat. You ask yourself, how can my tiny faith matter in a universe so vast? But hear me, your faith is not small, it's sacred. It is the very vibration that resonates with my power. I created the stars, yet I bend near the earth just to catch the flicker of belief rising from your breaking heart. You see ashes, I see altars. You see weakness, I see the weapon. You see silence, but heaven hears a song. Every tremble of trust inside you sends waves through realms you can't yet see. You are not invisible. You are not ignored. You are not forgotten. You are known deeply, entirely, eternally. You stand there thinking you're barely holding on. But I see you, standing on holy ground, the soil soaked with the tears of endurance and the courage of unseen battles. The prayers you thought evaporated into emptiness? They formed clouds of glory, and the rain is coming. You think I'm distant? I'm the whisper in your wilderness. I'm the hand under your fall. I'm the voice in your storm that doesn't just speak peace. I am peace. You don't need thunder to move mountains, just one fragile whisper of belief. You don't need to roar your faith into the world. Just cling to me when everything else is silent, and all of heaven will roar for you. You cry, is my voice too small? I say, your whisper splits darkness like lightning. You say, is my faith enough? I say, your tremblingness in the fire is the song that commands angels. My precious one, your faith isn't failing, it's fighting. Even when your hands fall to your sides, even when you whisper, I still believe, through sobs, you're lifting a banner in the spirit that heaven celebrates and hell fears. Let me tell you what the world won't. I'm not impressed by perfect. I'm moved by persistence. I don't crown the loudest voice. I cherish the honest heart. The weary soul that still trusts me gets more of my attention than the chorus of the self-righteous. You say, but I'm broken. I say, you're beautifully positioned for glory. Do you realize the sacred tension of your moment? Every second you trust me in the silence, you release waves of glory. Every time you worship through your weariness, you shake the gates of hell. Every time you choose to believe when the evidence says otherwise, you write history with heaven. Don't you see it yet? You are not merely enduring, you are igniting something eternal. Your trust is a seed, and even if planted in sorrow, it will grow into strength that cannot be shaken. I'm not waiting for you to be stronger. I'm already standing in your weakness, drawing near with fire in my eyes and mercy in my hands. You don't have to impress me. Just invite me. Yes, the winds may howl and the waves may rise, but child, I still walk on water. And so will you. Not because you are powerful, but because I've placed my power within you. The very authority I used to calm the raging storm, I've placed that power in your voice. And when you declare hope in the valley of despair, all of creation leans in to listen. Every tear you've shed has been recorded in heaven's scroll. Every whispered prayer is a key unlocking the supernatural. Every sigh has been amplified into a symphony in my throne room. Do not despise the days when your only act of faith is not giving up. Because, my child, the breakthrough is already underway. When you chose to believe me in the valley, I commissioned angels. When you chose to forgive, I healed your soul. When you raised your eyes through tears, I saw a warrior rising. You thought you were breaking. But oh no, you were birthing something eternal. So now, don't drop your faith. Don't bury your hope. Don't silence your worship. Because the heavens are watching. Because the battle is shifting. Because I am with you. Every fiber of your being is marked with my design. Every beat of your heart pulses with divine destiny. And your faith, yes, your quiet, resilient, tear-streaked faith, is writing a legacy no man can erase. You may not feel powerful, but when you believe in me, that belief becomes power. You may not see results yet, but your faith is already setting eternity in motion. You are not late. You are not left behind. You are in divine alignment with a timeline only I fully understand. And when the time is right, the heavens will erupt with the answers you've waited for, and more. I recognize the quiet surrender you've offered me, the whispered acknowledgments through trembling voices, the prayers soaked in tears, and the unseen offerings born from your heart's deepest places. I see you when no one else does. And in those sacred moments, when your soul cries out in raw faith, I move. The heavens, yes, my realm of glory, begin to stir, not as some distant dream, but as a present reality intricately woven with power and sensitive to your trust in me. Understand this truth: heaven is not far. It is not an unreachable kingdom hidden behind the clouds or beyond your grasp. It is alive, vibrant with the breath of my spirit, watching and listening for the movement of your faith. It breathes with you. Think beyond what your eyes can see. The night sky, blanketed with stars that seem still and unmoving, actually pulses with my craftsmanship. Every star reflects my divine design, each light a testimony to my eternal creativity. Yet what I have placed within you, your belief, your trust in me, outshines them all. Your faith is not a whisper into the void. It is the needle that threads divine will through the fabric of time. Realms shift, destinies bend. Even entire nations feel the ripple of your quiet trust in me. Do you understand the weight your faith carries? The invisible currents of heaven have begun to move simply because you believed. With every act of faith, you're participating in an unseen symphony of divine orchestration. That is why I urge you now, more than ever before, protect your faith with all your heart. Guard it as the sacred flame it is. Feed it with my promises, and let it grow strong with your surrender. For this very trust is the gate that swings wide to allow my blessings to pour into your life. This belief is what makes the impossible bow before my name. It is through your unshakable trust that miracles take shape in your reality. Let this message be a divine call to your spirit, written not just in words, but in my presence. If these truths are stirring your soul, know this is no accident. My beloved, you are being invited into something eternal. This is your moment to declare with boldness that you believe, that you stand on the solid ground of my provision. Your faith in me is not only a lifeline to miracles, it becomes a beacon of hope for others, those still searching, still broken, still wandering. Right now, I ask you to deeply reflect. Can you let go of the fears that whisper that I'm not enough? Can you silence the doubts that tell you your faith doesn't matter? I am here to tell you that your belief in me carries the power to shift the very atmosphere of your life. It has value beyond measure. I see you not as broken or forgotten, but as my beloved child, full of potential and wrapped in my grace. And through your faith, the doors of heaven begin to swing wide. If your heart is racing, if your soul is trembling with this truth, do not turn away. You are being pulled toward the very source of life, toward me. Like a tree rooted deep in fertile ground, I want you to bend into my wind and find strength in my presence. Believe that what you cannot see is working on your behalf. The invisible kingdom of heaven is responding to your belief in quiet, powerful ways that you cannot yet imagine. Take a slow breath right now. Inhale my peace. Exhale your fear. For in this sacred moment, I am depositing my spirit deep into your inner being. Let that truth settle and bring rest to the places where you've been weary and overwhelmed. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. I hear you. I see you. I respond to every step you take in faith. Even when you think your efforts are small, in my eyes they echo with eternity. Every tear you cry, every hopeful word you speak, every quiet prayer you offer in the night, it all matters to me. Nothing is wasted. Your trust, even when tested, is recorded in heaven. My child, Let this truth burn within you like a fire that will never die. You are known, you are seen, and you are loved beyond all measure. Let this knowledge sink in. You are connected to me in a bond that nothing on earth or hell can sever. Your faith is the key that brings heaven closer to your reality. Through trust, you enter the high places of my glory. Walk with me in this place of belief. Dare to step beyond what you see and touch what is eternal. Together, we will journey to the edge of glory where heaven and earth kiss, and your faith becomes the breath that stirs my throne. Will you choose to believe again? Will you allow your trust in me to shape the course of your life? This is more than just inspiration. This is an invitation to live a life where your faith rewrites history. I am standing before you now, arms open wide, heart full of love, ready to move mountains when you say yes. The moment your heart leans into me, I begin to act. That's the power of your faith. Know this and never forget it. Your belief touches heaven. It shakes the unseen. It matters more than you realize. Carry this truth like a torch. Let it light your path on the darkest days. I see the weight you bear. I feel the heaviness of the burdens you carry in silence. The quiet pain, the hidden struggles, the questions you don't speak. I know them all. And yet, in the midst of all of it, your faith is a song rising up from the ashes. And I respond to that song. I respond to you. There may be seasons in your life when you feel like you're lost in an endless wasteland, wandering through a barren and silent land, feeling unseen, unknown, and misunderstood by the world around you. But in those very moments, Jesus stands close, closer than your next breath, whispering peace into your chaos, offering a hand that never pulls away, never falters, never judges. While the storm rages within your soul, while your thoughts swirl like dust in a dry wind and your emotions pull you in every direction, Jesus remains unshaken, unwavering, rooted in divine love that refuses to abandon you, no matter how far you've wandered from hope. When the night stretches long and your cries echo through the chambers of your heart without reply, Jesus is not distant. He's not ignoring you. He is present in the silence, not as a passive observer but as the loving Savior who sits beside you, understanding every unspoken word, every tear that goes unseen by others but treasured by Him. Even when your spirit feels crushed beneath the heavy silence, when you're longing for someone, anyone, to understand the invisible war inside you, Jesus is not only aware of it. He's already in the battle with you, shielding you with His grace, guarding you with His promises, and whispering purpose into your pain. That wilderness you dread, the place that feels empty and hollow, is not abandonment. It's the sacred workshop of heaven where your faith is refined, your character is tested, and your roots grow deep into the soil of unshakable trust. Jesus doesn't see it as a place of failure. He sees it as holy ground where you are transformed. When your mind grows weary from constant wrestling, and your soul aches from prayers that feel unanswered, know this: Jesus is not silent because He is absent. He is working in ways your eyes can't yet see, building strength in your surrender, chiseling victory from what feels like defeat. His hands, those nail-pierced, resurrected hands, are not passive. They are shaping you gently, purposefully, like a master sculptor working with infinite care. He is not pushing you away for doubting. He's pulling you closer because you dared to trust Him in the dark. You may lie awake, haunted by fears you can't explain and questions you can't silence, but Jesus is the comforter who keeps watch through every sleepless night. He is the keeper of your soul, holding you even when you can't feel it, breathing courage into you even when your voice trembles. And when correction comes, and it will, because love disciplines, it will not thunder like condemnation. It will come wrapped in compassion, in truth that doesn't crush but uplifts, in grace that shapes you into someone stronger, more radiant, more like Him. You might ask why there's so much waiting, why the answers haven't come, why your spirit feels caught between longing and fulfillment. But Jesus is not distant in the waiting. He is deeply involved, threading divine meaning into every delay, into every pause, into every breathless moment where you are tempted to give up. That sacred pause between your desire and His promise is not punishment, it's preparation. It's the holy ground of surrender, the space where He teaches you that letting go is not the same as losing. It's making room for something greater than what you could have imagined on your own. And in that surrender, Jesus pours in peace, not a fleeting comfort, but a deep, steady river of calm that cuts through every storm. His peace revives what's dying, mends what's broken, and rebuilds what the world tried to tear down in you. Never despise the trials, the slow days, the quiet nights where it feels like nothing is happening. Because in those moments, Jesus is at work deep within, teaching you how to endure without becoming bitter, how to stand still without giving up, and how to trust even when you don't understand. Like a potter spinning clay beneath his skilled fingers, he doesn't overlook even the tiniest part of who you are. Every crack, every bruise, every flaw. He sees it, he knows it, and he's forming you into something beautiful, useful, and strong. Your struggles, your questions, your midnight tears are not failures. They are evidence of a heart that is still searching, still reaching, still beating for something greater than this world. And Jesus cherishes that. He leans in when you cry, he listens when you speak, and even when your words fail, your heartbeat speaks his name. Let that truth grip you. Let it become your anchor in the storm. Because Jesus has never left you, not for a moment. He has never loosened his grip on you, no matter how far you've run, no matter how messy the path has been. Let him walk with you through the fire, through the confusion, through the uncertainty. Because with Jesus, even your weakest moments can become testimonies of strength. Even your delays can become divine appointments. And every pain can become part of a greater purpose. So breathe deep. Stand tall. Look up. Because Jesus isn't finished with your story, not even close. There is divine mercy moving in this very moment. Whether you see it or not, whether you feel it or not. Rest your soul in the unshakable truth that you are never left adrift, never overlooked, never without a divine gaze fixed lovingly upon you. I, Jesus, am nearer than the beat of your heart, nearer than the breath you draw in. In moments where the earth seems still, where it feels like heaven is silent, I am already present, whispering your name into eternity. When the noise dies down and your surroundings seem unresponsive, stretch your spirit toward me, and I will meet you there with arms wide open. Trust isn't forged in ease, it's shaped in the quiet tension of waiting. I ask you to rest in the rhythm of my divine process, to believe in the wisdom of my pace, and to hold fast to a love that far surpasses every human explanation. My love is not just comfort, it is transformation, it is redemption, it is healing beyond understanding. Come before me, my beloved, with your burdens, not as someone who needs to earn grace, but as a child who runs freely into the arms of a Savior. I welcome the flood of your fears, the weight of your tiredness, the ache of your disappointments. Lay it down. Everything you face, every hardship, every sorrow, is not random or cruel, but a sacred invitation to draw nearer, to find me in the places you least expect. I alone possess the power to reconstruct what has been shattered, not with human tools, but with threads of holy light, carefully weaving your story into something eternally beautiful. You are not forgotten in the waiting. You are being remade, rewoven, restored. Let your spirit breathe in the peace of my nearness, not as a quick fix, but as a lasting rest for your restless soul. There is no need to force your healing or chase after quick answers. The breakthrough will not come by your striving but through surrender. In the fullness of time, the veil will lift, and the divine masterpiece I've been forming will be revealed. This waiting is not a pause, it's a preparation. When you sit with me in stillness, I pour strength into your weariness, strength not of the world, but of heaven. Feel my patience surround you like the first golden light that creeps over a dark horizon. When doubt screams louder than truth, and your faith seems like a flickering candle, I do not step away. I lean in. I gently realign your heart to mine, not to crush you, but to shape you, to anchor you in my unwavering strength and endless mercy. My child, even when you falter, I am not disappointed, I am devoted. Allow me to flood every dry, cracking part of your heart with the soothing balm of my eternal nearness. In your weakness, I do not turn away, I lean in closer. Let go of the pressure to be unbreakable. Let yourself be open, vulnerable, transparent before me. In that space, I speak not through thunder but through the softness of grace, answering your deepest cries with my holy presence. When the road ahead is veiled in mystery and you feel unsteady in your steps, will you still trust me? When nothing around you makes sense, will you let me be your clarity, your shelter, your guide? You were never meant to carry this alone. Let your soul rise to me, higher than the weight of pain or fear, and I will hold you steady in the arms of unwavering love. Come to me, all that you are, the mess, the questions, the tears, the hopes, lay it in my hands. Together, we will walk every valley, every shadowed place, until light bursts forth again. I am the way through this storm, and my promises are not paper thin. They are eternal, unshakable, born of heaven's own heart. Even in the quiet moments where you wonder if anyone sees your struggle, I see it all. I see every sleepless night, every whispered prayer, every time you held on when it would have been easier to give up. I see the fire that once blazed with boldness flicker as if afraid to shine, but I have not called you to live dimmed. I am rekindling your light, not to burn you out, but to set you ablaze again with purpose. The fading colors of your hope are not the end. They are the beginning of a deeper trust, a deeper walk with me. This isn't failure. This is refinement. This is the call to lean harder into my strength and not your own. And when the world around you cannot see you, when even your closest companions don't understand your pain, I am the one who never looks away. In your hidden battles, in your inner chaos, I stand unmovable. You don't need to prove yourself to me. Your value is not based on what you do, but who you are to me. And who you are is cherished beyond measure. I see the shame that tries to wrap around you like chains. I see the lies of guilt that attempt to name you, but I have already spoken a greater name over you, beloved. I did not come to expose your brokenness as weakness. I came to declare it redeemed. I came to sever the chains that have wrapped around your heart, not to shame you, but to set you free. Let me wash over your regrets with the flood of my forgiveness. My mercy is not limited, it is relentless. It does not run dry. It seeps into the deepest wounds and makes them whole again. You don't have to carry the crushing weight of condemnation. Bring me the pieces. I don't just put them back together. I make them new. I make you new. My love is not distant or conditional. It is steady. It is fierce. It is always present, even when you feel unworthy of it. So breathe now, not just air, but truth. Breathe in the certainty that I, Jesus, am with you. You are seen, you are known, and you are held in hands that bled for your freedom. The healing you crave is already unfolding, not always in the way you expect, but always in the way you need. My love is your shelter. My grace is your weapon. My spirit is your strength. I do not dwell on where you've fallen short, nor do I sit with a list of your past mistakes. Instead, I see the strength it takes for you to rise each morning. I see your trembling hands reaching for hope in the dark, the courage it takes to believe even when everything around you feels broken. I see every silent prayer you've whispered through tears, and I gather each one like a treasure. Your life, my child, is like a mighty river flowing through hills and valleys, sometimes peaceful, sometimes raging with sorrow and confusion. There are seasons of laughter, seasons of pain, and stretches where you feel like you're barely holding on. But know this, even when you're swept under the currents of regret or dragged down by the heaviness of shame, my hand is always beneath you. I will never let you go. Too often, you let your past define you. You replay those painful memories like old songs on repeat. But I am not the voice that accuses you. I am the light breaking through the storm clouds. My forgiveness doesn't just erase the stain. It heals the wound, it rewrites the narrative, and it births something entirely new. No burden you carry is too heavy for me. No secret sin is beyond my reach. My grace was made for the deepest, most hidden places of your soul. I am not afraid of your brokenness. In fact, I specialize in it. I rebuild hearts from ashes. I take what was lost and bring it back to life. So don't rush the healing. Don't be discouraged if it takes time. I work in the quiet rhythms of your heart, transforming you in ways you cannot always see. When I seem silent, I am not absent. I am crafting the perfect moment to step in, to lift you higher, to remind you of your worth. There's a sacred rhythm to redemption, a divine dance between your weakness and my power. Every tear you've cried I've caught, every groan too deep for words I've understood. You are not forgotten. You are being formed, stronger, softer, and more radiant through every trial. The scars you carry do not disqualify you. They declare my victory in your life. They speak of battles fought and survived. They are evidence that you've encountered me, that you are being renewed day by day. Will you place yesterday's wounds into my healing hands? Will you let go of guilt and let grace take root? Forgiveness isn't just a second chance. It's a rebirth. When I forgive, I don't leave behind reminders of your sin. I tear up the contract that shame wrote and I declare you free. I don't see a failure. I see my beloved. You were created not for chains, but for freedom, not for punishment, but for purpose. Look at me, dear heart. I know what burdens you carry behind closed doors. I see the nights you cry yourself to sleep, the silent wars that rage in your mind. But I am not repelled by your pain. I draw near to it. I am the gentle whisper when the noise is too loud. I am the safe place when the world feels too cruel. Your pain is not weakness. It is proof of your endurance. I see the warrior rising inside you, the one who refuses to give up even with trembling knees. When the voices in your head grow louder than truth, I speak louder still. You are mine. You are loved. You are being made whole. Come to me as you are, not as who you think you should be. I already know your flaws. I still call you beautiful. I formed every inch of you with intention. Not a single step of yours has gone unnoticed by me. Even your slow progress is precious in my sight. My grace doesn't just wait at the finish line. It walks beside you every mile. So let your soul breathe. Let my mercy rain down on the barren places. Let it quench the dry soil of regret. There is nothing you've done that could lessen your value to me. Your worth has never been based on performance. It is rooted in your identity as my child. This truth doesn't waver. When shame tries to choke your voice, speak life. Say, I am forgiven. Say, I am deeply loved. Say, I am being restored. Even in the mess, my hands are at work. Even in the chaos, my plan is unfolding. This is not your end. It is a chapter, one I'm redeeming even now. Let this moment be sacred. Let my presence wrap around you like a warm embrace. You're not a sum of your past. You're a living story that I'm still writing. With every twist and turn, I am weaving beauty out of what the enemy meant for harm. My mercy is relentless. My grace unstoppable. My love unshakable. Will you trust me again, beloved? Not because you feel worthy, but because I have called you mine. Forgiveness is not earned. It's given freely, and I offer it now. The price has already been paid in full. Come walk in freedom. Come dwell where love has the final word. I will never stop walking beside you. Every broken step, every leap of faith, I am here, cheering you on, holding your hand, whispering courage into your weary soul. This journey of healing is not rushed. Take your time. Trust in the tempo of my love. My patience is endless, and my plans for you are good. Let this truth settle deep inside you. You are fully known and still fully loved. Fashioned with divine purpose, covered in grace, destined for glory. There is power in my love that can restore everything you thought was lost. So rise again. Hope again. Believe again. I fill your heart with peace, not because there is no storm, but because I am greater than the storm. When fear creeps in and uncertainty tries to steal your breath, remember, I am closer than your next heartbeat. I am the steady hand guiding you through the fog. Even when the night is long and questions keep you awake, you are not alone. That ache in your chest is not weakness. It's a call to lean deeper into me. Let me carry you. Let me be the stillness in your chaos. Let me show you that your weakness is the very place my strength shines brightest. You may be standing at the edge of the unknown, facing winds that feel too strong. But do not fear. I am the foundation beneath your feet. I am the fortress in your storm. I am the voice calling you deeper, not to scare you, but to shape you. When anxiety shouts and fear threatens to drown your hope, know that my peace isn't just a quiet moment, It's a roaring force that silences the lies and lifts your spirit. I created you with purpose. Every heartbeat, every breath is a reminder you are held. When doubt says you're alone, let my love prove otherwise. I am the friend that never leaves, the father who never turns away. You don't have to be strong by yourself. You were never meant to carry it all. In your weakest moment, I am your strength. Let your fear drive you to my feet, where I will take every broken thought and build something unshakable. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of unshakable faith, forged in the fire, anchored in hope. Trust me again. I've never stopped loving you. Let me calm your restless heart. Let me give you peace that this world cannot give and joy that it cannot take away. Your story is one of triumph. It's been written with tears and laughter, with uncertainty and grace, but above all, it is written by love. Hold on, child. Healing is coming. Joy is being restored. You are being made new from the inside out. With all my love and unending grace, I bless you, and I am always with you.